Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me. I'm back again to share with you a Christmas card. We're using a couple of new items from the Spellbinders Layered Christmas Stencil collection. This one here, there's Merry Christmas and there's Joy. I have Noel, and we are going to create a shaker card, quick and easy shaker card, and then we're going to jump in and get started. We're using the layered Noel Foliage stencil set. It's a 6-piece stencil set, and the sentiment in here says Noel, and then there is a coordinating die that will cut that Noel out if you like to layer. Of course, that's what I like to do. And so we're going to get started by doing a little bit of coloring with our stencil. We'll put these off to the side. I'm going to grab some white cardstock. And these stencils are actually have the little corner markers for an A2 panel. These ones line up beautifully, like so. And they're indexed with numbers. So this one says down here, number 1, so it tells you right side up, which goes right side up, bottom left corner will always be here. Because there's not very much room to add this to my Stampin' Stencil mat, I'm just going to use my PIXIE spray. We'll go ahead and add our first layer, lining up those corner markers. Now I decided today to go with some candy Christmas colors. So I went through my inks and I found some bright and cheery colors, non-traditional really. I have Marmalade, Buttercup, I have Aqua Sky, I have Sprouts, and I have Honeysuckle. All of these are my Concord 9th inks. So I'm going to bring in my little ink pad holder. And we are going to start with our first layer, and this looks like it's mostly going to be green, and then we also have a stem piece. So I'm going to use my Aqua Sky for my first layer, and since I am using my inks, I'm going to use my tool that I use for my inks, and we will add some color, and then we're just going to go over our stencil here. Wonderful. My first layer is done. We'll go ahead and remove this. I'm going to add my second layer, finding my index number. This says number 2. I'm going to go ahead and add a little PIXIE spray behind here. Wonderful. I'm going to use my Honeysuckle ink for this. We'll go ahead and remove this, and I'll layer with number 3. Layer number 3, I'm going to use my Sprout ink. And we'll go ahead and remove this. So pretty. Now I'm going to go in with my 4th layer. My 4th layer, I'm using my Honeysuckle ink. We'll go ahead and remove this stencil. And then we're going to add our 5th layer. My 5th layer, we're using Marmalade ink. Make sure these are pressed down really good. And we will go over our 5th layer. I'm going to bring in another piece of white cardstock. And we're going to, since we are going to do a little bit of layering, I will remove carefully layer number 5. We'll put that off to the side and we'll layer this. I want to make sure that the little places between the O and the E and then the L want to lift up when I was stenciling. So I'm just going to make sure that those are secure really well. And I'm not worried about the little decorative edges because this is the one that we're going to die cut out. So we'll add some marmalade to this one as well. Wonderful. Go ahead and remove this stencil, and then we're going to bring in, I don't need to go over this one. Stencil number 6, we're just going to go over this panel. I'm bringing back my honeysuckle, and we're going to add a little bit of pink to this stenciled piece. Okay, I love the way this looks. I'm going to use my coordinating die. And we will go ahead, put our ink away here, I don't get ink everywhere. I'm going to line this up just using my best ever craft tape. And we will die cut out our sentiment here. I put foam tape behind my sentiment, and then we're going to create our shaker that doesn't shake. I'm bringing in my shaved ice. This is from Stampendous. What this is, these are like iridescent flakes that really won't take away from my image here. So to make my shaker really easy, I'm using the 4 by 5 1/4 inch rectangles. There's 5 in a pack, and these are not a card front panel, they're 1/4 inch smaller. I've never used these before, but it seems like they'd be really super easy to create with. And so I need to trim down this. Basically all I did was take about 1/8 of an inch off of every side. So I know this is going to fit beautifully over here. It says remove protective film, so let's do that. And it lifts really easy, and boy, when you remove it, it sure does look super clear. I guess I should have reinforced these score lines before I did that. So I'm going to reinforce both the sides, leaving the top open. Okay. I have some strong adhesive. I'm using double-sided score tape. I'm just going to add it. I'm removing the release paper here. And you know what? I'm going to add it, since we're not using sequins, And we're using the shavings. I'm going to add adhesive to all 4 sides. So this way we can just fold it over. I'm going to scoop some of my shaved ice. I wanted something that would give me sparkle, but wouldn't take away from my design. I can actually put a lot in the middle because that's where my sentiment's going to be. I think that's just the right amount. I'm going to take my panel here, flip it upside down, place it on the inside, like so. Now I'm just going to fold over the left and the right, and then the bottom. Oops, we got some flyaways, and then the top. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but this kind of bows a little bit. So if you were to add sequins in here, it would definitely shake. Actually, the shavings kind of shake a little bit. But I love kind of how magical that looks. I'm going to take this panel, and then I'm going to use my tape runner. We're going to secure this to the front of our card base. I'm going to use my Spellbinders tape runner. Go over that plastic edge, and then the back of my panel, so it's nicely secured on the front. Boy, this sure does make it really quick and easy. And it's very flat. So if you want to put some gems in here, this will hold the gems. The gems would actually move. Or if you wanted to use sequins or confetti, that would be nice too. I'm going to take my sentiment. I'm going to add it to the very top. It kind of has a pillowy look. I don't know. Watch. I don't know if this will. This is completely flat, but watch when I let go, it kind of puffs up a little bit. That's what I mean by you could put some gems in there. Super neat. Now I want a little sparkle on the outside, so I'm bringing in my Color Essential gems. This is the Aura. I'm going to bring my wax tool to a little picking upper. We're going to put it in the center where the flowers would be. And then we'll add a few extras. The gems really look like they're kind of floating. I just think that's really pretty. And then lastly, I want to add a little extra sparkle to my sentiment. And to do that, I'm going to bring in my diamond stickles. We'll zoom in here. My diamond stickles has that iridescent tint to it, almost the same as my shaved ice. And I'm just going to add a little bit of sparkle. And I think that's the right amount. I went in between both colors, just drawing a line with that stickles. And that will finish off my card today. You know what? I really like these little shaker covers. The price point on them are great. They come in different sizes. And this one happens to have 5 in a pack. But these are pretty neat because they really look like my sentiment is floating. I probably didn't even need to add foam tape. And then there's plenty of room for, had I known it was going to pillow like that, I would have added seed beads to give it a little shake. Super pretty. But that's my card project today. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. And since you are here, I have a surprise to share with you. Spellbinders sent me 2 sets. So I have an extra, let me show you. I have an extra stencil set, and then I also have the extra coordinating die. Spellbinders sent them to me like this. So it's not going to be in a package. I just want to let you know That's how Spellbinders sends them to me. But I get to share it with you. So today's the 25th. Tomorrow on the 26th at 11:59 p.m., just before midnight, the giveaway will close. And all you have to do to enter the giveaway is make sure you're a subscriber to my channel. And also click that like button only if you like the video. And then on the 27th, I will go ahead and through a random number generator pick out a winner, and then I'll notify you via the comment section, and then I'll send this off to you. In fact, if I send this to you too, I will send you the card that I made, and then I'll also send you one of the shaker covers so you can check these out too, because I think you're really gonna like them. So you get a little Cards and Coffee Time bundle for sticking to the end. So just leave a comment down below. That's all you have to do. And then before I go, also I want to thank you all so much for your wonderful comments. Crafting is my happy place, and I'm so glad that you guys are a part of it, because your comments are so amazing and uplifting, and I appreciate every single one of them. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll link everything that I use down below also, but have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.